Hello, hello, everybody. Trying to get rid of this pile of wax and show that, documenting my record collection. uh, this one is going to be some new buys. I've got new buys in. And then I got another one, might make another video, whatever. And then, if you guys have been watching, you remember I do the whole local Florida, punk and hardcore, and I got a pile of that to show off too. At a later date, I'm waiting for a few more to come in, and I'll make a big old long video describing them beauties. I got some tasty shit coming in recently that I enjoyed, but regardless, let's go. Speaking of 7 inches, 2 to show that came in. This first one, some Acid Mother's Temple. I gotta give a huge shout out to the great, the amazing local bandography, Mr. Dave Gibson. For this one, he found it in the store, shot me a text, and I sent him the money to pick it up. So it was cool. Features Grateful Head and Whopping Wild Freaks. And my fingers are covering some boobage. Just some boobage. You like boobies? There you go. I ain't afraid to show some boobies. There's some more boobies. Yeah, this ain't for kids. Acid Mother's Temple, anything I could get from them, I'm going to devour, I'm going to eat. Another 45, Bake Repeats Puppets. This is from 1996. I came across this by accident on YouTube. The song Repeats is like some of the most beautiful sort of angular, I guess you'd call it alternative noise rock that I've ever heard. I mean, it's just divine. And then the other song, Puppets, whatever. I don't really give a shit about it, but it was just a couple bucks. Like I said, that song Repeats. Wow. Wow, is it good. It's like that shit was written for me. Really enjoyed it. So I don't get a whole lot of 7 inches other than my damn punk shit I've been buying for the local, but whatever. There you go. Aha! Steve Vai, Inviolate. I was supposed to see him playing last month. He was coming on for this tour, but it got rescheduled until October. So I gotta wait to see him. I did see him play once before for he played with Zappa Plays Zappa the first time they came around. I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever the hell it was. But this is pretty good. I mean, it's Steve Vai. I don't know how else to say it. If you know his music, well, this sounds like him. Some shout out on here. Greenish Blues, the track Greenish Blues. Classic Steve Vai. Classic Steve Vai. And the song Knapsack is really cool. He had surgery on like his shoulder, and he could only play with his left hand. So he's literally just finger tapping with his left hand and playing the entire song on it. It's a cool video of it. So I don't know. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Knapsack, Steve Vai. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The new Earthless. I have listened to this, but it's still sealed. I haven't even opened it. I've been jamming it for months now on, digitally, because it came with a digital copy when I got it, but I have yet to open it. It's on Gold Wax. This is sort of a return to their sound for them, if that makes any sense. It's really only, 2 songs. One is like 40 some odd minutes, almost 50 minutes, something like that. So it's just them getting back to their roots, jamming. I fucking love it. It is awesome. Cannot go wrong with Earthless. New Crocofant album, 5th. Crocofant is a band from Norway. They are a beautiful jazz rock group with a very heavy emphasis on the rock. It's just, it carries you away. Some of the songs have a sort of, it's not punk, but it has that intense punk energy to it. It's really good. I love this band. Anything comes out from them, I pick it up. Tropical Fuckstorm, Deep States. This is a band from the lovely continent / island / country of Australia. Lovely orange vinyl. it's good stuff. I guess you'd call it a modern alternative. A little bit of influence of what would you call it? Electronic going on in there. Not really industrial to the sense, but I feel like their first album was fucking amazing. I mean, it was so damn good. I mean, it sounded like something that came out of the '90s. It was grungy. It was this alternative. It was raw but tight. I mean, it was just this just killer alternative album. And then every album since then just kind of just dipped down just a little bit. This album to me compared to the first album seems very clean, and I prefer them to just dirty it up a little bit. That's my opinion, but hey, whatever. This band, the Psychotic Monks, Private Meaning First, double album. This band is from France, and it is a great noise / alternative rock group. And they're just sort of all over the place. You hear influences of just straight up noise rock, angular, hard edge, meaning nothing, just noise, not very unrhythmic but rhythmic. Then to the same fence of very tight and clean alternative sounding to sort of, sludgy, droney stuff, then ambience. It's a beautiful album, and like I said, it jumps all over the place, but it captivates you. Well, at least captivates me the whole time. So, really, really cool. Psychotic Monks. Here we go, all over the world. Dog Dimension, Endless Summer. These guys are from Germany, and this is some great alternative noise album that is very derivative of the 90s, but like in the best way possible. Really in the best way possible. You got heavy thumping bass, tight, clean drums holding it all together, and guitars that utilize effects in a very dirty but pretty way, if that makes any sense. Really enjoy this band. Dog Dimension, check them out. And then here, still going all over the world, from the lovely Denmark, we got Orison Space Collective. Another band, anything comes out, I just pick it up from them. Just a jam band that they get together and they just start literally improvising in the studio. And then, they'll cut things together and everything so to make it flow, if you would. But really, it's just improvised rock. It's progressive, it's space rock, it's beautiful. And I can't get enough of them. Anything that comes out from these guys, I just automatically order them. So I got a big old pile down that way. And the last one I got for you, Kuik Wooch. This is a beautiful trifold 3 LP album on some blue wax, some blue wax, or some forgive me, some purple wax, my wife's favorite color. This band is, I believe, the last recordings from Bernie Worrell before he passed away, and they are a collective. I've explained it before in my other albums, but I'll say it again. They're a collective of musicians that get together and they start jamming, but they use Native American instrumentation sometimes and spoken word and sort of oral traditions with the music. So a lot of it is telling stories with this sort of, jam band, soul, funk, rock thing going on. And it's really good. It is really good. This album, a little bit more of the jam going on and less of the spoken word. There are plenty of chants and stuff like that, but less stories than the other albums. This one's more instrumental than the other ones. Not complaining at all. Another great band. Features one of my favorite saxophone players, Skerrick, on it, from Garagetoire, and played with Les Claypool and a whole bunch of other things, but nonetheless, killer album. Check them out if you can. I'll put it back up there because it is a weird spell. It's pronounced Kuik, but I mean, you'd be like Ku-X, Ku-E-Xis, but Kuik Wooch. Very cool, very beautiful album. Just put it on and you forget about it. It's the beauty of music, isn't it? Put it on and just absorb. As always, until next time, be safe and be happy. Keep the records spinning.